Nothing to report right now.
And then, what do you think Melvin and Bryce for
Yeah, I think, excuse me, I think Melvin will be back to practicing at some point during the week. I've got to get together with George and Vince and see exactly where they think Bryce is at.
One guy we didn't ask a whole lot about last night was Mike Boone. It seemed like he contributed a little bit. What do you think of his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did well. You know, he hadn't played in a live game since whenever that was with Minnesota. He had no preseason action, no carries or catches in any of the games this year. So under those circumstances in a game like that, I think he played really well.
How did you see Boone handle the adversity of injury and then not having a role really up to this point?
He's handled it great. Mike's a hell of a guy, number one, great teammate. Disappointed that he didn't have a role, but was great all through it. I think he knew at some point he'd get his shot, and he got his shot last night.
When Melvin's back, how do you see him and Javante kind of complement each other and play off each other?
Who's that?
Melvin and Javante,
Right.
duo, how do they kind of play off each other?
Yeah, I think they've been a good tandem. The first 11 games of the season, sharing the time in there, and I think it's helped both guys. I think it helped Javante last night carry more of the load, and they're two good players, and we'll use them both.
When Melvin's back, do you want to see Javante have a bigger role, similar to like he had last night, or do you want it back to what it was, the 50-50?
Well, we'll see exactly where the health is of Melvin, and then decide from there.
The last play of the 20-play drive last night, Javante said he thought Teddy was going to be in the shotgun under center. Was there a miscommunication with the play call coming in? What were the circumstances?
Yeah, there was definitely some miscommunication there between Teddy making the call and executing the play. And, Teddy gets under center a lot before he moves back to the gun. And then when it became obvious that he wasn't going to do that, it was kind of too late for me to run down there and call the timeout. That's what happened.
I think there's a pretty substantial difference for Cortland Sutton. His numbers playing without Jerry Jeudy on the field and his numbers with Jerry Jeudy on the field. Do you view that as coincidental, or is there something there that kind of has to get figured out about how to get both of those guys going?
Yeah, I think it's coincidental, more so than by design, for sure. We'd like to get the ball to Cortland as much as we can. Cortland's a playmaker for us, and we got to find a way to get him the ball.
Their first drive, they used Tyreek underneath on
Yeah.
drag routes a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do to adjust? Because that was the only time that they seemed to hit that.
Yeah, one of the times we just misplayed a zone, so we got that corrected. And the other times, we were in different coverages when they tried it.
If you studied plenty on offenses, what does yours need to do to get you guys through the 5 minutes?
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to score more points. Okay, we're in the bottom third in the league in that, and we've got to do better scoring points, no doubt about it. We've got to. We didn't get any rhythm last night in our passing game. It says that we had 250 yards passing, I believe, but 34 of it came on that last play of the first half, and then a bunch came in the last 2 drives. We just never got into a good rhythm in the passing game last night.
How can you do that?
Yeah, I think we just got to, marry the run game with them a little bit more. Call it on our terms, not get into the obvious situations, which I don't think we did last night too many times until a couple of those 2 penalties in a row we had there. Just have a better mix.
With an hour or two to sleep on it, any more 3 points is better than none?
At the end of the half?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That was one of the easier decisions.
How important is it to clean up the communication issues to prevent these miscommunications from happening?
Yeah, well, it hadn't happened very often, so we were kind of surprised by it.
On the special teams turnover, what do you need Kane to do next time?
Yeah, he needs to be to the side of the guy. He can't be in front of him. We got to do a good job of getting that taught to him clearly, and because if you get in front of him, he can dump you into the returner. He needs to be more to the side.
As a follow-up, Deontay caught one inside the 5, and
Yeah.
waste some time at the end of the first half. Is he see a player that's pressing, trying to make too much happen?
Yeah, he caught the ball way too deep there on that one. You know, he's an experienced returner. He should know better than that. But, yeah, he probably pressing to make a play.
You guys are 3-2 against teams right now that are currently in the playoffs. What's allowed you guys to have more success this year against kind of that upper echelon level of team?
Well, I think we're a better team than we've been in the past. You know, simple as that.
Pretty good performance by the defense, obviously, but what could you nitpick here heading to the last stretch where obviously, like you said, playoff kind of game atmosphere every game?
Yeah, I mean, when it becomes a low-scoring game, we got to keep it a low-scoring game. We got to find. We had the one takeaway. We had a chance at another one that they didn't reverse. That would have been 2. We need to find a way to get more takeaways.
After only scoring 9 points last night, you said the team needs to score more. Are there any thoughts of changing up personnel, whether that's play calling, whether that's starters on offense?
No, not really. Our starters and the guys who are playing are the guys that we have, and we're going to stick with them.
You said he was kind of limping after the game. Did he have anything?
No, he said he was fine.
Vic, how did you kind of assess how Garrett and Bobby did in their returns from about 3 weeks off?
Yeah, I thought they both did a good job. We ended up having to throw it more than we wanted to there late, and they stood up and held up pretty damn good. We ran the ball pretty good, too. I thought overall they both, coming off the inactivity, the injury for Bobby, the injury and COVID for Garrett, I thought they did good.
You mixed it up after the coin toss, deciding to take the ball.
Yeah.
Talk about your thoughts there.
Yeah, it was twofold. One was win motivated. We wanted to have the chance to have the win in the fourth quarter because the weather report was that the win would be higher as the game wore on and would be at its highest in the fourth quarter. So that was the one big reason. And we had the same thing last year, I believe, playing the Chiefs, and was going to do the same thing, but we didn't win the toss. They did, and he did what we did last night, same thing when there was wind involved. And, we wanted to try and have a good first drive offensively.
Any more or less frustrated after you watched it all again?
No, I mean, I was there last night. Yeah, frustrated. As always, there's plays that you wish you could have over, calls that you make as a coach that you wish you could have over. But it's pretty much the same.
The Mike Purcell was that opponent-based or just not?
Yeah, it was more opponent-based. We were going to play a lot of nickel last night, which we did. I think we only played 2 snaps of base prior to the last drive, and that was the main reason.
More offensively in scoring points, more specifically. I mean, is it preparation, writing the script, a game plan? I mean, what are you looking for there in order to get this thing going?
Yeah, we need to look at everything. We've kind of been on a roller coaster in the red zone and third down all year. The week before we were 3 for 3 in the red area and had a great day on third down. Not so much last night, obviously. It's kind of the way it's been. But we'll take a good hard look at everything. Usually doesn't need a major overhaul, if we can just tweak things here and there and maybe get it fixed.
So you said last night that Kareem Jackson talked to the team about having a win-or-go-home mentality the rest of the year. What sort of attitude do you want to see from the guys this week?
Yeah, I'd like to see us have the same attitude we had last week. We had a great week of preparation. We were focused. We were ready. We played physical and hard. I'd like to see us do the same thing, in preparation for the game. The guys were ready to play. They wanted to play good, and disappointed that we didn't get the outcome we were hoping for. But the preparation during the week was really good, and we need to do that again.
Kareem's obviously emerged as a voice in the locker room over the past couple seasons. Who else are you looking to kind of push the team down this stretch in that room and just motivate them each Sunday?
Well, we have the 5 captains, Teddy, Kareem, Justin, Cortland, and Brandon. obviously they have the license to do it, but anybody has the license to do it. You don't have to be a captain to be a leader. And at any given time, anybody can speak up for the betterment of the team.
After getting
Have a few more for the coach?
After getting to watch the play again, did you think the Kelsey fumble, or I guess incompletion, was actually a fumble?
Yeah, I do, but it was one of those ones. I think if they had ruled fumble on the field and let the play go, which they kind of lean towards doing a lot of times, and let replay fix it if it's wrong, since they called it incomplete on the field, they stayed with it. I think if it had been called a fumble on the field, it would have stayed a fumble.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach.
All right, thank you.